keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On play action, Allen. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it?
Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now Allen being chased out left. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow on play action. On the move to his left. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they go play action now. Burrow out to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Sanders hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're...
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Running left, Taylor. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right. At the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Rolling to his left. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. Micah Parsons.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen dancing to his left. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Allen to throw once more. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen eluding the pressure right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. They'll run here with Freeman. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. On the move to his left. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Burrow now off the bootleg. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. On 3rd down, Burrow airing it out, looking for Ridley. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that will be incomplete.